Shalom. All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach you and rule well, who taught me this truth, peace, salutations and blessings to the Akyam, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth and risk of the online truth at the four corners of the earth. To the Aqua, the listening, learning, in sincerity, and the truth in silence, Shalom. It's your brother Shema from the GMS Toronto camp here in Toronto here with another lesson, right? And we'll get right into it. Lord, will you be edified? Right, well, you see this headline, this title here from the New York Times. White Nationalists March in Washington amid 250th anniversary celebrations, right? And this is just Esau, Edom, remembering who they are. America the Great, Babylon the Great is birthed in blood. Let's get that real quick. Woe to the bloody city. That's in Nahum. Chapter 3, verse 1. And it reads, woe to the bloody city, right? Woe means destruction, right? The bloody city, America the Great, Babylon the Great, which is spiritual Nineveh, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom, right? The vibration of these past kingdoms, right? America, the bloody city. It is all full of lies, right? Lies. Esau pseudoscience is a big lie, right? The covering cast over the people, that's a lie, right? But the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is destroying the covering cast, right? Isaiah 25, 7th verse, I believe, roughly paraphrasing. Right, matter of fact, let me get it. I quoted it. I'm just flowing in the spirit. Isaiah 25 and 7, it reads, and he will destroy in this mountain, right, mountain governments, right, this government, this rulership of Esau, Edom, right, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, right. The Lord is poking holes in the lies of Esau, right, via the mouths of the prophets. And the veil that is spread over all the nations, right? So the Lord is destroying the covering cast. You have Jacob out here, Jake saying they're American, they're Christians, they're Africans, they're Buddhists. Right? The Lord is destroying that. Right? Via the mouths of the prophets. Right, back in Nahum 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery, right? Esau's the thief, right? The prey departeth not. The prey, the POWs in the possession of Esau, Edom, is the Israelites. Israel being a people before it's a place. I wanted to watch this clip, and the Lord will, as precepts come to mind, we'll bring them out. Okay, Esau, right? A great burning wrath is kindleth over the Israelites. And we also know Egyptian against Egyptian. Let me hold that. Isaiah 19 and 2. Let's watch this clip.
Ahead of the festivities in our nation's capital last night, hundreds of masked members of a white nationalist group marched through parts of Washington, D.C. The group, called Patriot Front, was seen near the U.S. Capitol building and then again at Union Station Transit Center in the late morning. Many of them carried flags, including Confederate flags, while wearing white face coverings and sunglasses. They chanted phrases that are in line with white.
Yeah, you hear that? Holding Confederate flags while wearing white face mask, concealing his identity. And that's Esau, scripture just came to mind. Right? That's who he is. Sirach 12. Esau will hide his face with these white masks, march, holding the Dixie flag, chanting white power slogans, right? And he'll be a doctor, a police officer, a judge in Esau's court system, right? This is who he is. Meanwhile, when his face is uncovered, he'll smile with you, shake your hand, right? They are the wicked according to scripture, right? But class wars and race wars are coming, right? Unrest of the people, civil unrest. Right? This is the infancy stage of all of that, the beginning. Sirach 12 verse 10, it reads, never trust thine enemy, right? And who is the chief enemy of the Israelites? Israel being a people before it's a place. The Edomites, Esau, Edom, the wicked, who are the banking families. Who is the so-called white man, right? He's not white, he's red, he's pink. His blood shows through his skin. He's translucent. It says, never trust thine enemy. You can't trust him. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, right? His wickedness is unfailing. It's a perpetual hatred. Right? It says in Ezekiel 35, he has a perpetual hatred. Let's get that. Ezekiel 35. Ezekiel 35 and 5, and it reads, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. Who's this talking about? Esau, Edom. Right? Shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, a killing instrument. But it says here a perpetual hatred. You look at this word perpetual, it's antiquity. Let's get it. Salakia. Perpetual. Right. Esau, MAGA hats. Esau's MAGA hats. Esau's patriots. God bless America. Right. Those Edomites, they're getting stirred up. Perpetual, everlasting, from the mid 14th century on the online etymology. Everlasting from perpetual, everlasting, unceasing, existing indefinitely, continuing forever in future time, right? Uninterrupted, continuous, right? A perpetual hatred, an uninterrupted, existing indefinitely hatred. That's Esau, right? And he's showing his horns. Back in Ezekiel 35 and 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, right? And Esau spilled the blood of the Israelites, Israel being a people before it's a place, via genocide, via his cargo slave trade, right? Eugenics, buck breaking, the prison industrial complex, right? His pharmakia, which is sorcery, GMOs, right? Right, today, music, social media, right? That's killing off two-thirds of our people. In the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, right? And that's the history, right? This is the history of the Edomites. They said, race it, right? Let's get that real quick. That's in Psalms 1, Psalm 1, so 130. Let me just type it. Right, he hasn't changed. Esau hasn't changed. He's still the wicked. He is still the wicked according to Scripture. Salakia. Psalms 137 and 7, and it reads, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem," right, Jerusalem being a people before it's a place, but also the city when it was sacked by the Babylonians, right? In the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof," right? And like Esau has always applauded, right, the destruction of our people whenever he was an onlooker, right? But he's also been the chief offender of putting hell on the Israelites. And the Lord is going to use him. Let me hold that. That's in Isaiah 10. Isaiah 10 and 5. Let's watch a little bit more of this clip.
Nationalist ideology, flags, including Confederate flags, while wearing white face coverings and sunglasses. They chanted phrases that are in line with white nationalist ideology. Everything remained peaceful. Bystanders, though, took pictures and video of the group. Ahead of the festivities in our nation's capital last night, hundreds of masked...
This is the photo that's going viral from the 4th of July weekend. A black woman on the DC Metro surrounded by demonstrators in white supremacist attire. Patriot Front members marched through Eastern Market and Capitol Hill on the 250th anniversary of U.S. independence, then rode public transit together Saturday morning. They wore white masks and Patriot Front signature tan caps, carrying Confederate, Patriot Front, and upside-down American flags, chanting "Reclaim America." But Patriot Front didn't come out of thin air. It was founded in 2017 by Thomas Rousseau after the deadly Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, where a car attack killed a counter-protester and the images of torch-lit marchers shocked the country. Rousseau split from the group behind that rally to start Patriot Front. Their website describes the group as a fraternal, nationalist, activist organization, and they call for Americans of European descent to reforge a new shared identity. Over the holiday, the march happened blocks from the official Salute to America celebration. Police say they're tracking the group's...
Yeah, you see the witchcraft there?
Happened blocks from the official Salute to...
The obelisk, right? America, right? This is a Egyptian symbolism, the obelisk, right? America, Babylon the Great, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom, right? Right? A phallus symbol, Nimrod, right? Later the Egyptians. It says in Isaiah 47, Isaiah 47. This is America, man. Isaiah 47. Isaiah 47 and 12, and it reads, NLT, "Now use your magical charms, use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you," right? They're enchantments. right? KJV, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, 1776, right? The birth of America, right? Adam Weishaupt, who was a Mason, a Luciferian, right? So you see the symbolism of who they are all over their country, Babylon the Great, America the Great, of who they pay homage to. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail, right? Your enchantments.
America celebration. Police say they're tracking the group's activity, but note demonstrations have a First Amendment right to march. 8 years after Charlottesville, the masks are new, but the message hasn't changed.
And it's going to get real treacherous. Right? What was scripture that I want? I wanted Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19 and 2, and it reads, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, right? Spiritual Egypt, right? Which is America, right? The Lord is going to put the spirit on the civilians, the people of America, to be at war with one another. Civil unrest, civil war. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, right? And it starts out with it's all levels of civil unrest, right? Ultimately, civil war, blue versus red, left versus right, but right, civil unrest, racial tension, racial wars, right? And the Lord is going to use. Let's close with that. The Assyrian, spiritual Assyrian, which is America, right? The rod of his anger, right? To tread down 2/3 of our people. Isaiah 10 and 5, and it reads, O Assyrian, right? Spiritual Assyrian, right? America. The rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation, right? The Lord's going to put the spirit on these Edomites, right? Indignation is righteous anger. The Lord is going to put the spirit on these Edomites to judge 2/3 of our people, which is the judgment of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Shai. NLT, what sorrow awaits Assyria, the rod of my anger, I use it as a club to express my anger, right? He's going to use these Edomites as a club. The Lord is going to use these Edomites, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shai, as a club to express his anger on who? 2/3 of our people. Verse 6, Isaiah 10 and 6, KJV, I will send them against a hypocritical nation, you Israelites, you 2/3. And against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge, you 2/3, right? The Lord is going to put these Edomites to delete, to judge 2/3 of our people violently, to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Tread who down like the mire of the streets? 2/3 of our people. NLT, I am sending Assyria, right? America the Great, Babylon the Great, against a godless nation, right? You 2/3. Against the people with whom I am angry, you 2/3. Assyria, right? Spiritual Assyria, America, will plunder them, trampling them like dirt beneath its feet. You 2/3, right? It says here, trample. You know what it means to trample? Right? Earlier in the verse, indignation, that's righteous anger, right? It's going to get dark, real dark, right? All hell going to break loose out here. A lot of death, right? But that's it on that. I pray edified. Call Allah, Yahweh, B'Shem Yahshai, B'Shem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone teacher on Ruel. Shalom to the elect.